people, will create miracles in people's lives. This light will transform our lives 180 degrees if we let it, and it will transform our nation, Bharat. And the quote on the screen is from Garrett. It says, "This light will wash over you if you let it. This light will show you heaven if you let it. This light will feels like electricity. This light feels triumphant. This light feels like love. This light feels like grace, like a warm sunny day, and the sun beams down on you, and your skin comes alive. This is a portal, a gateway to the divine. And this feeling is of electricity, of coming alive." This is a quote from Garrett, who's who first taught me this. But before I, continue, can I ask all of you to, share your experiences if you've been doing the light channeling? And, so if we go one by one, and, just, you want to start, Nona, with your experience with the light channeling? This call is also going to be recorded. Go ahead.
Yes, Bobby, I would like to start, but I would also like to convey something with no offense. I just called up so many people, and I really don't like it that I have to call people and tell them to join.
Yes.
Because, I mean, even like Alpna ji said, she has a migraine, and I didn't share it probably with you. I was in emergency since 3 days due to abnormally high blood pressure. Doctor said I could have had a stroke.
Oh my
It's
God.
a Sunday morning for me too. We also sleep late. My husband is doing a US project. We sleep pretty late.
I
But
see.
I still remember to get up and, attend this session. So I believe that I mean it has to be your prerogative. I mean, if you want to, if you think even if you're getting 5% benefit out of this session, it should
Yes.
be your prerogative to join yourselves. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but
Yes.
I or you shouldn't be calling people and tell them to join.
Correct.
So अगर किसी को लग रहा है कोई मेरे से ज्यादा बीमार है इस टाइम या मेरे से कोई ज्यादा थका हुआ है तो then I'm sorry. I mean, if
Yes.
I slept at 3:30, I came from emergency just one day back,
Wow.
and I am still able to. I was looking forward to this session. You have to take out time for yourself. I mean, if you won't, then you will not be able to do anything. And I'm especially saying this because many of these people out here are my students, and few say that, "Ma'am, we want to be like you." So if you want to be like me, you have to take out time. Don't take things casually in life, and especially
Yes.
this beautiful session which is being given to you free of cost. Sometimes I feel because it is free of cost, it's being taken very lightly.
Yeah. I
Paid
agree
a
with
hefty
that.
fee, then you will not miss it. Okay, now coming
Yeah.
to my experience.
Yeah. Well, before you continue with your experience, let me just say a few words regarding that.
Yes,
Um, I think a large part it has to do with believability.
yes,
Because how much do people believe that there's something totally, absolutely new going on over here? Which has never happened before on our planet.
right.
If anybody has seen the Arnab Goswami's interview with Maitreya Dada
Yeah,
Swiji.
I had watched it. I had watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He says that this process is going to take 10 years, and this has happened after 14,000 years, that our planet is coming closer and closer to the eye of providence, or the central eye of the universe, or some people call it the great central sun. So we are moving closer to this planet, and we are affected by this broadcast of energies, of love, of peace, of grace, of beauty, and it's coming more and more. And the people who know about it, or are exposed to it, or somehow they awaken to this fact that this is happening. Hang on a second, there's somebody else joining here.
Raji got a
Well,
scolding from me.
Okay. Welcome to the call, Alpana.
I don't know
Uh,
whether it's Alpnaji or
says
it's
AB.
maybe, yeah, it's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. In any case, yeah, welcome. Okay, no, she's still muted. But in any case, this is something totally new. It's going to come into people's experience more and more over time. So we are fairly early in the game, and what I feel it's like, I had a great deal of believability coming into this. Why? Because when Garrett invited me to these calls in March of 2020, I had known about Garrett 9 years prior to that. I had seen all of his videos. I loved his videos, and when he invited me in March of 2020, that was a time that COVID was coming into the country. And I was nervous about that. And he invited me, he said, join our group prayer meetings. And, I knew the power of prayer. I said, why not? Why not just do it? And from the very first time that, this, that I attended the very first session, it just blew me away. It blew me away. And of course, I was ready for it. So I started attending daily sessions of his. He was doing it daily at that time for 111 days straight, and it just absolutely transformed my life 180 degrees at that time. And but of course, I had believability in him, and I knew about, I knew that this time was going to come on this planet decades ago. I was preparing for it 30, 40 years ago. I knew it. Okay, that this time was coming on this planet at this time. The problem is, especially in this country, in Bharat, nobody is in that mindset. you
Yeah,
know I I introduced this to you, or I sent you a message on your WhatsApp because you were a tarot card reader, and I said you might be interested in this. So I presented this to you, Nona, and
yeah,
you were interested, but then it took a long time to
yeah,
you know
absolutely.
to get, because the fact is that nobody in this country is ready for it.
Mm,
And so if I was presenting the same information in Western countries like the US or UK, which I did do that,
mm.
but at that time I was not ready to do the live calls. At that time I was just not ready to do it at that time. But I was just doing it online on Facebook, writing some messages, and I got a lot of people interested just doing that in Western countries, because in Western countries they're far more open to this information.
No, Bobby, I know my students. I know
Yeah,
Shivam, I know Sunaina, I know Altnaji. They are the types who would be strongly interested, but
yeah,
I really don't know. I mean, where the pull is missing. So Shivam, Sunaina, I mean, whosoever have joined,
yeah,
प्लीज मेक इट श्योर लाइफ में ऊपर नीचे डिप्रेशंस बीमारियां चलती रहेंगी बट व्हाट यू आर एमिंग फॉर इन दिस ग्रुप इज वो इन सबसे बहुत ऊपर है यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट सो टेकिंग आउट 1.5 hour every week is not that tough.
yeah,
Even if you're not well, just log in and listen to it. You don't have to do anything, no one is telling you to get up and walk or run or do some exertion.
yeah,
Just listen to it. Even if you're not well, even if you've slept
yes,
late, please do this religiously. And I'm telling you, I feel we are the lucky chosen ones,
yeah,
to make the beginning in India. You have to
yeah,
understand that.
yeah,
And all
yeah.
thanks to you, Bobby. Yes.
Well, thank you so much. And I'm also getting great inspiration and great messages from the great beings of light of how to expand this group, because I'm kind of learning what to say to the to attract more Indian people, or to get them interested in this information. So I'm gonna put it out online, the messages that I'm getting, and I feel I will be able to attract a lot more people, a lot a lot more quickly. And then once there's, more and more people getting involved, it will take on a life of its own. I think that's true. But I'm totally committed. I'm always going to be here. I feel something strong, and I'm truly, truly grateful to you, Nona, for your motivation with this and your commitment, and to everybody else who is starting to practice this light channeling. Because this I have no doubt whatsoever. This is going to transform people's lives like you wouldn't believe. It may take some time for some people. It may take 6 months to a year before you really really feel the magic.
Uh, Yeah, no, but Bobby, I have started feeling the magic. I mean, within 2 weeks of practicing the light channeling,
Yeah.
even though I was telling people that for 40, 45 minutes, I was in ICU, emergency, and with all those lights and sounds beeping around me, but I was calm. I had a very different approach, very different mindset. I mean, I was not bothered. I mean, what if I die the next minute? It was
Mm.
not bothering me at all. My total perspective towards life has changed. Uh,
Wow.
I'm more positive. I feel I can. I've started, again reliving my dreams, and I feel I have the power to make them come true.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like a total transformation of my personality. I can see that in myself. So it's a
Yeah.
beautiful experience. I don't know what others have been, whether others have been practicing or not.
Okay. So
This
why
may
don't
not
we
can
why don't
tell.
we start, one by one and
Yeah,
ask everybody what their experience is. So go ahead, Nona.
yeah,
Tell us more about how this has been treating you.
yeah. So for the first week, as I said, I had been practicing this thrice a day. I felt that more positive things have started happening to me, and I could not only feel that change in myself, I could also feel that change at my home, with my family members, with the domestic staff that is working with me. Suddenly they've all become different, more stable, more peaceful. And first week, as I told you initially also, got that out of body experience, and I traveled through the valleys of flowers, and
Yeah.
I could watch beautiful golden sky. I could witness that. So in the second week, I felt that I am changing as a person. Changing as a person, like I could see where I was going wrong and how I need to rectify that. And I've become very peaceful. It's a transformation actually. I've become the same old person I was many years back. you know
Mm.
it's again re-realizing my dreams and working on them. Initially it was like I'm just working like a machine, maybe, subah hui raat ho gayi pata nahi chala. But I feel that I am actually conscious every moment I'm trying to make it special. Have suddenly started realizing my visions again, my aim, goal of my life, and I'm feeling very, very honored. I mean, it's like I just want these 10 years to end. I'm feeling very honored to be a small part of this team,
Yes.
uh, who has the ability, to bring the change in this world. I'm really, really looking forward. I'm not sure whether I'll be alive the next 10 years or not, but
Mm.
yes, I have that contentment that I will be a part of this beautiful transformation.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Um, okay. Anybody else wants to share? Shivam, why don't you tell us your story with the light channeling? Have you been doing the light channeling?
Yes, sir. I've been practicing it continuously now, and there's been a shift in my energy levels. A lot of it. Like I would procrastinate before, but I don't do that now. I reach office on time, which I somehow would not be able to do before. And I've been doing things on time.
Yeah.
Plus, ma'am said that there is definitely a change of mindset. Now I am more focused. Now I plan more. I organize more. So there's definitely been a change, and this change has been wonderful.
Wow, great. Sunaina, have you been practicing the light channeling?
Sir, I just done 2 or 3 times. Yeah, at that time I wasn't able to do like not like I have not experienced anything, but yeah, a little bit peace of mind at that time. I had you know, for 1 or 2 days it was little bit peace of mind. So now I will from today onwards I will start doing practicing every day.
Okay, wonderful. So you had more peace of mind and um, you
Uh, First when I start first day, it was like,
mhm,
you know, the voice was like what we call it, to say ghabrahat hona na ekdam se, like it was something. Then I put my handsets volume little bit low,
mhm.
but second time that thing was not happened. Then gradually, like whenever I do it, so it start little bit brightness around me. So that's it. Like I realized that thing only. But now I will start doing every day. So
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. That's great. And is that Alpana? Is
Yes,
AB?
sir. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, sir. I'm
Hello.
Alpna. Hello.
Okay, nice to meet you, Alpana.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, did you practice the light channeling, the 4 minute?
No, no, sir. No, sir. I've just
Okay.
seen the video, but abhi nahi kiya, sir.
Okay. Okay, no problem. It's only 4 minutes. In fact, we'll do it on this session, so you'll get to experience it, together. But yeah, I just wanted to share. First, let me start with our short prayer. That's very important. So I call on Archangel Saint Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Uriel, the Holy Mother, the light and love of the Most High, or Holy Spirit, and the Christ to be with us now. I also call on the great beings of light, the ascended masters, Rama, Krishna, Shiva, Buddha, Babaji. Please be with us now. Please guide us in these group discussions so everyone can benefit the most out of these meetings and get what they're looking for, or what they need out of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So today's session, I'm going to introduce some new videos or new information because, well, we have Alpana on the call. But Alpana, I would recommend that you listen to the previous video session also. You'll get more out of that. But today's session, we're going to keep it shorter. We're not going to go through all the videos. Let me just put in the document in the comment section. Everyone can pull up that document, which is in the chat section of the meeting. And okay, so let me continue now. As I was saying at the start of this meeting, I'm understanding that the information that we are presenting here is very, very, very hard to believe for most people, especially in Bharat, because people are not used to this information. I mean, it sounds like science fiction. But and the reason, you know, I would not have believed that somebody is actually experiencing these types of miracles, the types of miracles that are going on in my life almost daily now. You know, I would not have joined a meeting like this, even though I was ready for it. The only reason I joined in March of 2020 is because I received a message from Garrett. And I knew Garrett 9 years prior to that. And I had seen all of his videos. One of his videos has 10 million views on it. And, you know, it was the same time that I was seeing these various movies like the Secret movie and the Thrive movie. And I found Garrett and I just loved his videos. I saw all of his videos at that time. And all the videos that he, you know, produced after that. But for many, many years, I was totally out of touch with that. I was in a, you know, different space completely. But because I had that believability, I started, you know, joining the prayer sessions, and also because of the COVID coming into India. Otherwise, I do not join groups just like that. And if people have a hard time believing what we are talking about here, I totally get it. I totally understand. You know, Indian people are just not in that mentality right now. But so, but the thing that, you know, if people can keep an open mind, you know, listen to these sessions and start doing just this 4-minute light channeling session, you know, this 4-minute light channeling session is going to blow many people's minds away. Even that will give people a strong enough impact that they will say, wow, there's something here. You know, and if they continue listening to the information, if they continue, you know, doing the light channeling, it will change their lives completely. Because what is going on right now is this great light is coming on our planet. It has not happened before. Okay, if you go to this document that I just shared in the chat window and go to the, you know, the video on item number 3, there's the video that, you know, it says watch the 10-minute video. That 10-minute video is from Maitreya Dada Shriji. I'm not asking you to do it right now. In fact, many of these videos I'm not going to go through in this session. I would ask you, you know, after this session, go through each one of these videos by yourself. But, you know, watch that video and just understand what is happening with this great light coming on our planet at this time. You know, he is saying that after 14,000 years, you know, this our planet is coming closer and closer to the great central sun, or the eye of providence. And this is, you know, this eye is like the sun coming above the horizon, where you can actually see the sun. So similar to that, the eye of providence, with all of its great energies that are being broadcast to us, we're going to feel these energies more and more like we've never felt before in our lives. And over a 10-year period or so, this is going to come into the consciousness of a lot of humanity. A large percentage of humanity is going to know finally that something is going on our planet. But you know, right now we're at the very start of it. And the people who, you know, are attending these sessions, and the people who are, you know, doing this light channeling, you know, they will, I have no doubt they're going to start experiencing a lot of miracles in their life, just like I do, and just like Nona does. You know, Nona said in the previous session that her business was increasing. She's getting the right type of clients that she's always wanted. And, you know, Shivam said that it helped him during his exams. So, you know, once you start tapping into these, this light channeling, and this light channeling is so simple. It's a 4-minute thing. We're asking you to just, you know, just close your eyes and listen to this. That's all you have to do, is just listen to it. And you will have an impact like, like you haven't had before. And this is what people experience with light channeling. And then, once you listen to the 4-minute thing, some people like to do it 2 or 3 times or 4 times per day, and I would recommend that to start with. And then later on, start doing the longer light channeling sessions. We have a 15-minute light channeling session on my site, 5dearth.com. Let me put this this website on the chat window as well. 5D earth.com. That's the link. So in any case, we have a 15-minute light channeling session on that site. We also have another 5-minute one. Then we have longer sessions. We have half-an-hour sessions, which are all light channeling. Then we've got longer 45-minute and 1-hour sessions. But just start doing the shorter sessions, 4 minutes or 5 minutes sessions. Start out, then start doing it multiple times per day. Then then you can progress to the 15-minute version, and then the half-an-hour version, if you like, and then you will get more and more into this light channeling. And for some reason, if this light channeling from Garrett doesn't suit you, or you don't like the music for any reason, we also have the other light channeling that is Indian, that is from Guruji Krishnananda. He died several years ago, but he had created several videos, and he had taught this light channeling, and that one is without music, and it might be better for especially for Indians. If you don't like the music, if you don't like the Garrett's versions, then just try that one, and that is in the other 5D paths tab on this same site. But definitely, try the light channeling, because it is, something, it's going to transform your life. It's going to create miracles in your life. I have no doubt about that. And in the previous session that I had last Sunday, I said that what this does is it slowly starts removing all lack in your life. That's not going to happen instantly, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to start taking away all lack. Like Nona said that, her customers started increasing, or she started getting the right type of customers, or her joyfulness started increasing because her business was going in the right direction. This type of stuff happens with this light channeling, and this has happened in my life. All lack, I'm just seeing that it's being transformed. I'm not planning any of it. I'm not trying to do it deliberately. I'm just, doing whatever I'm guided to do. And I feel the angels are bringing, more and more and more light into my life, and more abundance into my life, and health. Wonderful things are just constantly going on for me. And I say that it's miracles. I say it's the angels doing it for me, but this is really the effect of this light, So in any case, the point I'm making is that if people just see the type of stuff that, we are writing in this WhatsApp group, and not take the next step and, start actually doing the 4-minute light channeling, they're going to leave the group, okay? Because they have no experience of this, and the type of stuff that we are talking about sounds like science fiction. They have no way of relating to it, so they need to start doing the light channeling, then they'll understand. And this is kind of you know, it reminded me of a movie that I saw when I was younger. It was called Flubber, you know, and flubber is like, you know, somebody discovered a substance that they put on their shoes, and then they started jumping higher, and they played basketball, and they just won with every single team that they played with, you know, because of this flubber substance on their shoes. And the type of experiences that we are having or going to have with this light channeling is similar to that. We are going to slowly go from caterpillar to butterfly. We're going to be able to do more things. We're going to have, you know, all the lack in our lives transformed into joy and into abundance and all good things. And this is, you know, and then when we talk about it, nobody can relate to it because they're not in that space. So what do? You know, and but so I would recommend that, you know, if people are watching this session, or you know, we're creating a video out of it, if they you know, if they are hearing this, they should go and watch this video interview that came on national TV, on Republic TV, Arnab Goswami interviewing Maitreya Dada Shriji, who's talking the same thing. He's talking that we are entering the divine age at this time, and that will increase their believability. You know, that's a 45-minute interview. You know, they should listen to that, and they should start doing this 4-minute light channeling. It's very, very simple to learn. All you have to do is listen to it, you know, and it's online. You don't need to go anywhere. You know, it's not like we're asking for a huge commitment. We're just asking for something very simple. Just, you know, do it on your own at your home. And, you know, the other thing I want to say is that, you know, what are, like what Garrett says is that humanity is heading more and more towards hell on earth, you know, and what we are doing at this time, and what Starseeds or volunteers, you know, came here to do, is give people a choice. Now we have a choice. We don't have to go more and more towards hell on earth. We can start focusing on thinking about, talking about heaven on earth at this time, instead of being in the negative energies all the time. And there's tons of negative energies going on. If you turn on the TV, you will see what's going on. Obviously, everybody's aware of that. You know, the pandemic, and you know, Afghanistan, and every day, you know, it gets worse and worse. But instead of focusing on that, if you tell yourself that, hey, now we have a choice, you know, that's not the destination of humanity. The destination of humanity is heaven on earth, you know, then you will start shifting that energy in your life, and for the world as well, you know. And so as I said, the stuff that is happening now, everything that is happening now, this transition from hell on earth to, you know, moving towards hell on earth, and then making a shift to heaven on earth, there have been a lot of prophecies about this in our world. Mayans and the Hopis and all these indigenous cultures, they have stories, they have prophecies about this happening. And as I said, I've known about this shift that is happening for about 30 or 40 years now, probably around that long, now I'm in my 60s. I'm 61 now. And I learned about it when I was in my 20s, definitely. So, and a lot of people in this world have also awareness, great awareness about this. And a lot of things have been happening on our planet, like 2012. Everybody was thinking that this is the shift, but this shift is going to happen in stages and phases. It's not going to happen all of a sudden, and I'm feeling that the energies are a lot stronger now than they used to be even 1 year ago, and it's going to keep increasing like that. But and that is the reason that I think about 20 or 30 years ago, things like Abraham Hicks came into the scene with law of attraction. A lot of channeled information started coming. And in March of 2020, when I was introduced to this light channeling by Garrett, I just knew this. I knew I was so excited. I was so excited when I first listened to the first session, because I knew that the time had come now. I knew that it's here now. It's here now. But still, it's going to happen in stages. But all I want to say is that it's a totally new thing. This has never happened before. And the ancient peoples used to say that when the time comes, then humanity's consciousness is going to transform in a twinkling of an eye. A twinkling of an eye means that it's going to happen very, very quickly. They were saying that from their perspective, but it's still going to take some time. It's nothing is all of a sudden. It might, for all of us on this call, it might take 6 months, a year, 2 years. It might take that long to really, really, really start feeling it, but it's happening. So this is something totally new. And as more and more people find out about this great light that is happening on our planet right now, it's going to transform Bharat. And that's the reason that I'm calling these sessions, Let's Create New Bharat, or Bharat 2.0. This is the reason that I named it like that. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of the videos in this document, but just a few of them. So at this time, why don't we, because let me see, we do have Alpana, who's new. So why doesn't everybody pull up that document and listen to the video number 2, which is an important video. It's only 4 minutes. Why don't we do that now? And I will mute myself as well. Is everybody done watching that video? You come back. Shivam, did you have something to say? I thought I saw your hand.
No, sir, that was mistakenly raised up.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to share two more videos here. I'm not going to cover a lot of the basic stuff that I have covered in the previous sessions, but Alpana, I would recommend that you go to, you listen to the previous session as well. And just, you can just see this document, make a copy of this document and go through the videos in this document, and then it will, get you up to speed with everything that we've talked about in the past. But now I'm going to share two other videos which are very, very useful for you to understand what's going on, or what this process is going to do for us. So what I would recommend is, okay, just a second. Just, that link that I shared with you on the chat window, the 5d-earth.com, I would recommend that just click on that. Go to my site. And once it comes up, the 5D Earth School of Golden Age, click on the Steps tab, which is the second tab on this site, and go to number 3, the question, what is the technology you use in the group? And click on that. If anybody's having trouble following thus far, please write a message on the chat window so I can see it. So I'm assuming everybody is there. Okay. Go down towards almost the middle where it says video 1 and video 2. They're both 6 minutes, and please watch both those videos, and then I will talk after that. Just watch both those videos right now, and I will mute myself right now. Okay, when you're done with the 2 videos, then you can come back. Oh, Shivam had. Shivam, you had gone out.
Yes, somehow I disconnected. Sorry.
Okay, but I hope everybody's seen those 2 videos, or if not, you can see them later, but I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. Now, if for any reason somebody doesn't like Garrett's videos, or he was the first person to introduce light channeling to me. And as I said before, if you don't like his path, you can use the other light channeling method, which is from Guruji Krishnananda, which is in the Indian version. It's also on this site under the tab other 5D paths. And you can read that and follow his, the video is there. You can follow that method. I use both methods daily. I use both the American light channeling from Garrett, and I use the Indian one on a daily basis. And I love both of them. And they have, as I said, they've created miracles in my own life. And I would recommend both of them highly to everyone. But starting out, do the light channeling method, which is most comfortable to you. A lot of people have tried the 4-minute light channeling demo, which I'm going to play a little bit later. But some people are really enjoying that a lot and start doing it twice or thrice daily. Then I would recommend continue on with Garrett's path and just read the intro of this site, and try the light channeling session, which is at the bottom of the intro page, and then continue with several light channeling sessions, which are on the steps page of this site. But at any time you feel that, hey, this light channeling is not for you, then try the Indian one, and the Indian one is great as well. But just start doing the light channeling, whichever light channeling you prefer, just start doing it. Now, as far as the these 2 videos that I asked you to see, these are great videos because they give you a little bit of understanding of the transformation that's going to occur in you. And if you don't get it right away, listen to these videos 1 or 2 times more, and you will start understanding what this light channeling is going to do for you. And the video 1, it explains how this transformation occurs by light, and we're essentially liquefying our egos, belief systems, in our prior thinking, and just like a caterpillar liquefies in the cocoon, and out of that liquid the butterfly takes shape and is formed. So it's not a linear thing. It's it's not like the caterpillar all of a sudden has wings. No, it doesn't happen like that. The caterpillar is essentially liquefied. And a lot of paths on the earth that I've done before, they talk about removing the ego and becoming more and more good and all that. In this path, all of that happens automatically. It's done just by listening to this light channeling, doing it consistently on a daily basis. You're going to see that all of that is happening automatically. The ego is being liquefied automatically, and by liquefied, I mean it's just not there anymore. All these problems, these issues that you've had, in the past, they're not going to affect you anymore. You will be in a higher place. And like, Einstein has an important quote. He says that a problem cannot be solved from the same level of thinking that the problem originated at. So you have to go to a higher level of thinking. That's Einstein's quote. Those are not the exact words, but that's pretty much what he's saying. He's saying that in order to solve any problem, it cannot be solved from the same level of thinking that the problem originated at. We've got to go to a higher level of thinking. So if we think that this country or our world has tons and tons of problems, what are we going to do with them? How are we going to solve all these problems? The thing is that you cannot solve the problems from the normal everyday thinking that's going on TV. No, you cannot do that. You've got to go to a higher level of thinking. And that's essentially what's happening with this light channeling, is that anybody who is doing this light channeling will go to a higher level of thinking, and all of these problems of the past will be liquefied, will be not relevant anymore. They won't be relevant because we are following the higher way or the higher pathway, and we are being affected, by the light and love of the Most High. And you can only experience that state the more you do this light channeling. If you do this 4 minutes and start doing it multiple times per day, you're going to come to a place where you'll say, hey, my entire life is being controlled by my higher self now. You're going to come to that realization. And this is what this light channeling is doing. This is what this great light that's coming down on our planet is going to do for humanity. And then the video 2, what that is saying is, it's saying that to carry the light, we have to develop the habit of always stepping out of the ego constructs. And this is hard to do and can take many lifetimes to develop this skill, because the ego controls all our thoughts. But Garrett has developed this method with this light channeling prayers, where we are so awestruck by the grandeur of this light and love experience. This experience is so awe-inspiring for us that, we are so mesmerized that it relinquishes the ego for us automatically. So we don't have to, we don't need several lifetimes to develop the skill of stepping out of the ego using these methods and using the great light. So, and once we do this again and again, we develop this habit of always remaining in the light, where the ego is not controlling our lives and thoughts anymore. And this is totally revolutionary. It's not existed before. So this is the light channeling technology. What it does for us, it it makes the ego that we've been living in all our lives until now irrelevant in our lives. It's not relevant anymore because we found a higher way. Okay, so if you don't understand that, just go to that page again, the page that says more, that talks more about this technology of this light channeling, and watch those 2 videos again, and you'll understand more and more what this light channeling is going to do for your life. And this is not just a higher, very, very deep spiritual thing. No, this will have total effects in your life. You will see that all of, like as I said in my previous video, when we tap into this the space where this subtle energy, what if there's a subtle energy just like gravity that that the only thing is that it takes us into greater beauty, greater love, greater abundance, greater inspiration, greater creativity. Once we can tap into that, and we tap into that through the light channeling, we can tap into that space. then then there is no more lack in our lives. The lack starts transforming and going away. And this is how we turn from a caterpillar into a butterfly. We're caterpillar right now, but all of that stuff starts getting liquefied, and out of that comes the new you, or what is really you. Because all these traits that have been added by you being in the physical world, until now, this is just a preparation for you to find your true self, or to take on more of the traits of your true self. And this is the process that it can happen for you very, very automatically and fairly quickly. It doesn't have to take long at all. And you will see the difference in your life, as far as, once the lack is taken away, you'll see the more abundance. You'll have experiences like Nona. She's saying that she's finding the types of customers that she really wants, and or you'll do better in your exams or whatever. You'll see changes like that. Okay. So we've almost been at this 1.5 hours now. I thought that it was going to be a shorter session. Okay, but I also wanted to, have everybody just do the 4-minute light channeling session, which is on number 4 of that document. And then we can end the meeting after that. So go to number 4 of the document and watch the 4-minute light channeling demo, which many of you have already been seeing. And then that's the end of the meeting. If anybody has any questions, you can go ahead. Otherwise, that's the end of the meeting. Thank you for coming, and go through this document, go through all the videos in there, and it will guide you how to proceed to the next step and start doing more and more light channeling on a daily basis. Nona? Okay. Oh my God, I never turned on my video even. I never turned on my video until now. I've just been doing other things. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for coming to the meeting. And, please go on to the longer light channeling sessions also. They're very, very good. It will help you to grow a lot faster. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everyone. Have a great
Thank you, sir.
day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.